Hey guys, welcome back. The last preview I'm doing this week is England versus the Wallabies, the Rugby Ashes, if you will. If you haven't seen the other videos, you can see them here in the card that I'm going to link up there. But let's get into the prediction of this game. Looking at the two starting teams, there's just a couple of changes for both teams, literally two changes in both starting 15s. The Wallabies, they have a couple of big changes though. When you do look at the two front rows, James Slipper is noticeably on the tight head side. He hasn't started in international rugby on the tight head since 2012. He has played there now for the Brumbies a couple of times in later years again. So experience there, but he hasn't played there in a long time. Last week he ended his game there on the tight head against Scotland. So youngster Angus Bell, he's at number 1 in this game because at the end of the day, last week, the Wallabies had two concussions to their props in Alan Alalatoa and in Tini Alatupo. Both of them have concussions, so they have problems there. They had to call up a couple of props as well, so I think there's going to be a bit of problems at scrum time as well for the Wallabies. So like I said, Angus Bell, Slipper, the two props. Falau Fahinga, always dangerous at the back of a maul at number 2. For the English side, they have Genge at number 1, Sinclair at number 3, and then Jamie George at number 2, a very experienced front row. All of them are the preferred front row at the moment. They play together quite often as well. Then in the second row for the Wallabies, Rory Arnold, who's back with the team these days again, next to Rodda at number 5. That's two very tall locks as well. Last week I didn't think that they really shined out that well. It looked like they're still finding each other, trying to figure out each other's moves as well. So we'll figure, I think they'll probably get a bit better, but they're not there yet. Itoje, he's at number 4, playing his 50th game for England. He's a brilliant player, so well done to him there. Johnny Hill at number 5. Then at number 6, it's Rob Liotta for the Wallabies. Courtney Laws at number 6 as well. Most people in the Southern Hemisphere probably know him more as a lock, but these days he is playing flanker. Underhill at number 7. Always dangerous playing at the breakdown time, but he has a bit of competition there with Michael Hooper, a guy that always finishes a game with a bit of blood on his face, is going to be there as well at breakdown time, and it is going to make his life hard for him as well. Valentini at number 8, strong carrier of the ball. Curry as well, strong carrier of the ball. We'll see who gets the upper hand there. Valentini, he had a couple of good games in the Wallaby jerseys now, but mostly he's just average in the jersey, let's face it. Nick White at number 9, just such a yappy number 9. Ben Youngs with his experience at number 9 will want to lead. Marcus Smith at number 9. I don't think he needs a lot of guidance. Marcus Smith, though, he's a prodigy that's finally getting a start in the English jersey. It's been called all over the world. I've wanted it as well, so I'm happy for him to get a start against the experienced James O'Connor. O'Connor also he didn't look like himself last week, still looked like he's finding his feet as well, coming back from his injury. And then Paisami outside of him, number 12. A very strong runner. He played very hard. He is a big guy in that midfield for them as well. But I did think the Wallabies missed Cooper and Karevi. They were their talismans in the midfield for most of that Rugby Championship competition as well. Paisami is up against Owen Farrell. Owen Farrell, the experience that he brings to that midfield when he's playing next to Marcus Smith, I think that's very important as well. So Smith has a lot of experience outside of him that could really help him in this game as well. Smith is a very big playmaker type of rugby player as well. He's those Finn Russell type of number 10s as well. He plays the game in front of him. So a guy like Farrell outside of him that plays a very strategic game as well is important to the game. Ikitau, who was good on the park for the Wallabies last week as well, strong runner of the ball. Henry Slade at number 10, also another type of playmaker for the English side at number 13. Then we get to the wings. England, they go with Tulagi at number 14. That is quite interesting. He is a very big barnstorming runner at number 12. So getting him at number 14, running at Tom Wright, who's inexperienced, could be a big move for Eddie Jones there. Might work out for them there. The other winger that they have on 11, Johnny May, very quick up against Andrew Callaway. He is dangerous on the wing as well. He scores a bunch of tries. Last week at number 15, I don't think he should have been there. I don't prefer him there. But at 15 this week, they have the experience of Curtly Beale to count on, who last week from the bench, I don't think he did too well for them either. He just made a bunch of errors for them as well. England, they have Stewart at number 15. Then the two benches, there's a couple of changes as well for the Wallabies in the front row. We will expect that with a bunch of changes they had to make with the injuries to the front rows. They have Latu coming in, Tolu Latu at number 16. Last time he played was in the World Cup. Robertson at number 17. And then Hoskins, the London Irish player, coming in to make his debut this week. The front row for England is Blameyer, Rod making his debut as well, and then Stewart. The two second row replacements, Will Skelton, the massive frame of Will Skelton coming in there. Ewells at number 19, Dom Brandt at number 20 versus Pete Samu. And then England went with a 6-2 split. I'm happy to see Sam Simmons finally back in an English jersey this week. Such a powerful runner. He's so quick as well. Prolific try scorer as well for the team. Number 21 for the Wallabies, that is going to be McDermott. A quick number 9, nippy number 9. He loves scoring tries and he loves getting around those rucks and those scrums. So look out for him when he does get to the park. Another youngster on the park for the Wallabies is Noah Lolasia. We haven't seen him for quite a few weeks now. I think in the start of Rugby Championship was the last time we saw him. Rafi Quirk, he's at number 22, making his debut for England. And then Marlins at number 23. Isaiah Parisi, he looked very good when he came on for the Wallabies last week. He is a little bomb of a runner. He's very strong, difficult to tackle him. Just very good to see him in that picture as well. He played well for the Waratahs, who isn't in good nick at the moment, but he was the whole season playing very well. Last week on the wing looked interesting, but I think he should be playing at number 13 or 12 when he comes on this week. So this is at Twickenham, the home of rugby. It's going to be a brilliant game. I think the weather conditions are also very good for rugby as well. Getting to a prediction here, I don't think the Wallabies are going to win here. Yes, they started their season really well, but I do think England to win this one. Let's say by 7 points. Let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Also, check out these videos next week. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more international rugby. And then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.